Sanibona, ngaphambi singene kwivideo namuhla, ngithi angithathe lethuba ngibonge isupport nothando nesikhombise lona lingaphezulu kokucabanga kwethu. Siyacela niqhubeke nisupporte njalo ngokubuka amavideo ethu, ungakhohlwa ukukhomenta, ushare, ulike. Siyafisa ukuzwa umbono wakho. Sicela ke singene kwivideo namuhla. Ngesikhathi ethula ubufakazi bakhe uCedric Nkabinde, o-Chief of Staff kaMinister wamaphoyisa okusenza umchunu, kuye kwashayisana ukukhuluma laphaya. Kwatholakala ukuthi inkulumo yakhe ayisahlangane odabeni oluthinta uBrown Mokgotsi, ukuthi ethi uBrown Mokgotsi umaze ngo-October November, kodwa kwi-statement sakhe bebhala ukuthi ngey-30 zikaSeptember wafonelwa uGeneral Mkhwanazi embuza ngoBrown Mokgotsi, waze wamnikeza wamconfirmela amanamba la ukuthi ngempela kaBrown Mokgotsi. Lokho nje kwenza ukuthi iPhalamende lithatha isikhathi eside likhuluma lolo daba. Honorable Matheys ukhulume kanjena ke yena.
Chair, and we must note that this is not just an oversight, it's perjury. We're talking about dates. It's not like a official residence matter and non-residence matter. And more than likely, these dates are correct, that it was October, November, because the minister went to go and visit the mine, Stilfontein, in November, and that's documented. So it's intentional and it's perjury. And as the EFF, we're going to go and open a case of perjury after this. Because if we are going to adopt the approach that we must take some sections as they do in court as, a mistake and an oversight, as we continue during this entire process, we are going to have to say, okay, this paragraph also, it was an oversight. This is a very short statement. You even have attorneys, so it was deliberate. And it also speaks to another point that you are not doing a sworn statement to the Parliament of South Africa serious. How many other statements have you given in this country that were not serious? You just write things freely and loosely. It also talks to your credibility. You did an entire report about the IPID executive director. Can we take that serious if you don't pay attention to something between 5 paragraphs on dates and you have attorneys? It's intentional and it is perjury. And we must treat it that way, not just as an oversight. We're not talking about an official residence being confused with private residence. And we're going to have other witnesses come here not taking what they are doing here in Parliament serious and treating us like, oh, okay, we're not sure of the dates. And even in the statement also, it should have been noted, I don't have my gadgets, I'm not sure about the dates. If you didn't know the dates, you should know that. You've been in the industry or in the service since 2018. You don't take chances, and especially dates. No, it's perjury. Thank you.
Honorable Malema.
Malema nayo thema inikwe ithuba waqhubeka khona lapho ukuthi hayi wenze ngamabomu uNkabinde. Njengoba ubabona la base police station, athi sicaphuna uCIC senzela ukuthi umuntu ongayibonanga ivideo le azi ukuthi utheni uCIC, bese singena kodwa bendele lenza ukuthi babe se police station njengoba ubona ku Treasurer General we-EFF oku Omphile Mawuthwe, ngale ku uLay Matheys, ngapha kuyiphoyisa.
Chair, I hear your ruling, but colleagues, a man sits in front of you and say, I was thumb sucking this affidavit. He used that word. And then you still, if you take yourself serious, want to go on with an affidavit of being thumb sucked. He said it. I've thumb sucked this thing. October, November, and also, Chair, I want to put it on record, he's lying. October, November is a correct date because that minister went to the mine on the 14th of November. Not in July, on the 14th of November. And then now he says, no, October, November is caught in a lie. He changes to be prior the call of Mkhwanazi. It's a lie. It's perjury, it's a lie. He needs to be arrested for lying to Parliament, lying under oath. So, we can go on a break, but if you take yourself serious, a man sits in front of you and say, I was thumb sucking this thing because I didn't have my gadget. He didn't only speak about dates. He's thumb sucking because he didn't have his gadgets. The best would have been, which is what one of the honorable members asked him to do. Can't you ask to be recused on a hindsight, Chief of Staff? On a hindsight, it should be you say, it looks like I made a mistake here. Let me withdraw this and then go and prepare properly and then make references. Because this information I'm giving you about Minister being at the mine on the 14th of November is in the media. It's a public information. Minister being in Lusikisiki is a public information. It doesn't require a diary. You went there for people who were killed and all of that. So I'm appealing to you, members of the committee, that a man can't say to once I say I was thumb sucking, it means I didn't take this thing serious. Therefore, I don't take you serious. And therefore, I don't take the people of the Republic of South Africa serious.
Thank you so much, honorable members. I have
nje mabehlukana bephuma eParliament, iEFF yakhipha nasi statement esiphume namhlanje ngolwesine la ngomhla ka13 kuNovember 2025. Isihloko sithi EFF Deputy Secretary General and member of ad hoc committee Leigh Ann Mattheys to open case of perjury. The Economic Freedom Fighters EFF Deputy Secretary General Commissar Leigh Ann Mattheys will open a case of perjury against Police Minister Senzo Mchunu's Chief of Staff, Mr. Cedric Nkabinde. Mr. Nkabinde lied in his statement before the ad hoc committee, resulting in the adjournment of the ad hoc committee. The case will be open under the following details. Namhlanje ngolwesine nge-13 zikaNovember 2025, isikhathi ngo-5. Indawo abazombophisa kuyo i-Cape Town, South Africa Police Service. Njengoba ngenza le video, isikhathi it's 11 minutes after 6. Okusho ukuthi bane-hour beyile police station. Njengoba ubonile kwisithombe sokuqala, namanje bahleli base police station la bazovula icala le-perjury. I-perjury ke it's lying under oath. Uqamba manga ube ufungile. Icala bazolivulela uNkabinde. Kodwa ke bebeshilo. Ushilo uMattheys washo noMalemba ukuthi no, this is perjury, njenge-EFF bazomvulela icala. Bengithi angikwazise ngalokho kwenzekile lapha eParliament. Njengento eyenzekayo nama-developments ngalesizathu yini esiyenzekile. Uma sidlula phambili sibheka udaba lesibili, sizokhumbula ukuthi ngaphambilini uma qeda kufonya umkhonto wesizwe party, i-ANC yathatha umkhonto wesizwe party awusenkantolo ngoba ilwela ukuthi igama lomkhonto wesizwe party libholonga kubo eziba abantu aba-owner leyo intellectual property okuthiwa umkhonto wesizwe. Okwesibili, nelogo ngeyabo. Yafika kwinkantolo yasichitha leso sicelo. Yasichitha nje leso sicelo, yasho ukuthi ilogo yomkhonto wesizwe ayifani nale yabo. Ayifani ke ngempela, angeke siwaqhathanise manje la kule video. Kodwa ngithe ngoba ngifuna ukwenza ama-video amaningi asilwe nalolu daba. Kune statement ke esikhishwe umkhonto wesizwe party mayelana nalolu daba lwe-ANC ne-intellectual property kumkhonto wesizwe kanye nelogo. The statement isiphume ngomhla ka-13 November 2025. Isihloko sithi MK Party statement on the African National Congress appeal to stop the use of the MK Party's name and logo. Sifundeka kanje. The Umkhonto wesizwe Party, MK Party, notes that tomorrow, Friday the 14th of November, the Supreme Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein will hear the appeal brought by the former Liberation Movement, ANC, after it lost the application to stop the use of the MK Party's name and logo. Before the 2024 elections, the ANC unsuccessfully invoked trademark law in the Durban High Court. Judge Cherry dismissed the application but later granted the ANC a leave to appeal. The MK Party views the ANC's appeal as an act of desperation and refusal to accept that it is no longer represents the aspirations of our people, especially since it has gone to bed with Racist Democratic Alliance and Freedom Front Plus. Sona ke statement lesi siphuma kumkhonto wesizwe party esazisa amalungu omkhonto wesizwe party ukuthi lolu daba abasebeyitshethi liphelile libuyele enkantolo. Ngakho-ke kusasa liye eBloemfontein la bezofike kuzwakale khona ukuthi kuzothiwani. Sazi noma i-Supreme Court of Appeal izolemukela lolu daba noma ngeke izilemukele na, siyozwa ngayo. Kodwa-ke esikhathini esiningi noma esikhathini esedlule wonke amacala avela ku-ANC asuke ebheke ku-MK Party ayivamisanga ukwaphumelela. Asazi ngoba kwenze njani, angifuni kusho lutho futhi, kodwa nje asilindele noma yini. Siyakhumbula ukuthi kunecase yayifakwe i-MK Party ku-Constitutional Court against i-ANC. I-Constitutional Court yathi ayilemukeli. Le nkantolo akuyona inkantolo ekulungele ukukhuluma lolo daba, aliphuma udaba lekwinkantolo encane. Kwakhona inkulumo ezithi hawu engani nalemukele icala lalifakwe uJaji uZondo against uZuma. So uyazi-ke ukuthi uZuma mayibhekene noRamaphosa akavamisanga ukuwina, ikakhulukazi kule inkantolo zethu zala eSouth Africa. Angisho lutho kodwa ngisho nje indlela engibona ngayo izinto ezenzeka ngayo. Ngicela ukuze ukuphawula kwakho comment section ngizwe ukuthi wena ubona kanjani. Ngale kwalokho mina nawe asidibane kwivideo elandelayo. Ngiyabonga.